today I'm going to talk about natural talent and why natural talent isn't exactly the best thing to have, while it may seem like it is the best thing to have. Now, the thing is, I consider myself a pretty naturally talented person. I'm somebody who's decently smart, really decently good looking, decently funny in some sort of way, and I really don't have much of a problem with passing tests without studying for them. It's kind of a common theme inside of my high school experience. Now, I'm going to give you an interesting example from this music camp I went to a couple of months ago. What happened is, for our homework assignment for the music camp, we had to go home and we had to create a song. This would be the demo version of our song, but it was a song. We went into music camp the next day. Everybody had their songs. You had George here with his song, you had this other kid with this song, and they all played their songs uh, one by one. And I obviously elected to go last. I elected to go last to show my song. The reason for this was because I had not actually made a song. I decided that, it wasn't really worth my time or whatever, and I decided instead to make a video of me filming myself singing the lyrics to my song. It wasn't an actual song, there's no music. I just kind of said the lyrics, and then I put a couple of funny other bits in the video, talking about like my apology to the music camp and how, like, it was funny if you saw it, at the time, because it was so just fucking like unexpected. But I mean, and at the end of my little video thing, and at the end of my pre-song explanation, I got the biggest applause that anybody there got. Now, a lot of people might look at this and be like, holy shit, what a creative way to get out of a difficult situation. That is amazing. You know, that's great. That's so cool. At least maybe some people might. To me, that's kind of how it seemed. And this is kind of an example of natural talent, natural ability, natural wit, and how it actually is a handicap for people like me. And the reason that is because if I hadn't had the wit that I had, or whatever, had the video that I had, planned out just in a couple of minutes, I would have been absolutely humiliated. The teacher would have fucking, like, he would have absolutely righted me, or whatever. He would have, I mean, and it would have been embarrassing. Nobody would have laughed, and I would have just been sitting there like a shrunken little mouse in the corner of a room full of cats, and it would have been a horrible feeling. What I might have done is I would have gone home, created a song, done this, done that, and I might have come out with something really good in the end. But I went home that day feeling really amazing about myself, and I still didn't have a song. Now, the reason why this example pretty much pertains to all of naturally gifted students is because you often don't really need to try. It's because you're able to kind of have the ability to give just the bare minimum and have it be alright, because it's the bare minimum, but it's just above passing level. And that's sort of the bad part, because after that, I didn't go home and make a song. I didn't go home practicing making a song. I didn't make a schedule for times I'd be able to make songs, in between life and music camp. I just went home and I felt great. And the reason why this is so bad is because you don't have that ability. You never learn the ability to humiliate yourself and to go home and have to reevaluate and be able to practice and be able to try, because you feel great about yourself. And that's the reason why failure and humiliation for people who might not consider themselves completely naturally talented is actually very good for future success. Because same thing on a test. If you pass a test at the bare minimum that you didn't even study on, you're not going to study on the next test that you're going to do the exact same thing on. However, if you fail a test that you didn't study for, what you're going to do is you're going to study for the damn test. And, you're going to do really well. You're not going to do the bare minimum. And so, in a way, the people who are not as naturally gifted, but who actually are less naturally gifted, are going to end up doing better on the test than the students who are naturally gifted. And these studying skills and these music skills or whatever, and this evaluation of your schedule and how you do things can be very helpful into skills you might need in future life, and skills you will need in future life, depending on what you do. learning how to work many different hours, learning how to handle humiliation on a consistent level. I can't really say that I've handled an extreme level of humiliation in my life. It's because I'm usually able to find a way to get out of it using my natural ability. And and that's why it sucks to be naturally talented. And why not being naturally talented is actually, I'm not going to say a gift, but it's in a way, it's better for you. It might not seem like it, but it's better for you in the long run to be that way. It's like Brad and Chad in high school. They get all the chicks in high school because they have all the money, and they never actually learn how to talk to women because they get chicks anyway. And so they're like, women are objects, I just get all of them all day. And so when they're 30 and they have no money and they have no job, they're unable to go up to a woman and convince them to date him because they were so used to just getting them anyway. And then they're the loser. And it's kind of like failing and being humiliated, and not being gifted might seem like a horrible, horrible thing in the beginning, but in the end, it's actually much better for you overall, and people who are like that actually have much better lives. And even those who are naturally gifted, they have to learn to put in effort, which is something that isn't just kind of something they have to do. It's something that you have to realize in life. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to do any better because, honestly, I mean, well, who am I? But that's really just some of the reasons why it does suck to be naturally talented. So, and if you aren't, you're gonna be great. All right, just as long as you put in some effort, you're gonna be fine, man. All right, just hold it together. So, thank you.